And we are live. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. What a great weekend. What a great week last week. Let's
Yeah,
review it. Let's do a week in review. What do you think about that?
that's a great idea. We should do it every Monday and talk
Do it
about
every
what
Monday.
happened.
I'm pumped.
Start doing it. Yeah,
Love
we
it.
had busy, busy weekend. We're gonna get into all the things we did, things that we wrapped up last week. We've got some great videos, got some great
Hey man,
scores to
busy
share.
month.
Busy
Busy
month.
month. Yeah, let's review the month. Never mind the week.
It's already March, and we've done more stuff in the gym the past 2 months than most gyms have done since COVID. So
Mhm. Yeah.
we're just crushing it as always. But I wanted to kick off with a little bit of coach's notes. I've been throwing them into my newsletters. I don't know if people read them, so I thought we might as well talk about it a little bit. And today, my note is that running sucks. Thoughts?
I'd run a 5K on Saturday
Yeah.
and it was awesome. Actually, let me get my medal. I'm gonna put it on.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is my favorite 5K medal I've ever got.
Yeah. Why?
My best 5K time is, I think I did it in like 21 something once,
Mm-hmm.
which I was really pumped about. This 5K, I did it in 56 minutes.
Crushed it.
And I've never been at the back of a 5K before.
Mm-hmm.
I've never walked during a 5K before, but I did it with somebody that it was their first time ever doing a 5K. And yeah, it was just, I didn't know how many, like, there's a big group of people that it's like their first 5K, they're
Mm-hmm.
running and they're walking, you know? And it was just such a cool experience to be a part of that group of people that were like, no matter what, we're going to finish this thing, right?
Yeah.
And running the race and doing that was awesome. But it also did show me what we started this with, which is running sucks.
Yeah.
The guy that I was doing it with, he hasn't run more than 100 meters before we went and done that 5K,
Yep.
right? Like, he don't show up every day and run.
Mm-hmm.
He's done no running except what's ever thrown into workouts and then finished a 5K. So, like, just goes to show you don't have to do these crazy running programs, right? He finished.
Yeah. And I think it's, whether it's a 5K or whatever type of competition event, like it really is just a call to celebrate your fitness. And like you said, I know this person wasn't every day. All right, let's go. We got to run. We got a 5K coming up. Do you do
Yep.
your run this week? How far did you go? It just wouldn't be feasible or realistic. And I know that person probably would have given up because his knees would have been wrecked, hips would have been hurting, back would have been hurting, just like every single person that comes through the door, and all that they know to do is go pound the pavement, and that's how they train for these things they want to do.
Yeah. And running a race and an event and like a high rocks is
Mm-hmm.
8K or running is awesome. Awesome. Right? But running as training, it's March. What is it today? March
Third.
3rd.
Yeah.
Caitlin's birthday month. It's March 3rd. And most people are training for these things wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Most people at the start of this year set a goal of doing a half marathon, doing a marathon, doing a high rocks, and then they decided that the way to get there was just to run and run and run and run their knees and run their ankles and run their hips and run their shins into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not strength and conditioning. The best way to train is the way that I just said. My guy has lost over the last year 60, 70 pounds. And in that time, doubled, tripled his back squat,
Mm-hmm.
double and tripled his deadlift, got stronger at every part of his body to be able to finish that 5K healthy.
Yeah.
And this is the best medal that I've ever got just because getting to see someone so happy that they completed something like that thinking that they'd probably never do it, is cool. And his next goal, like the way we've set up the year, is the next race is a 10 miler. And then the last race of the year that we're going to do together is a half marathon. Keeping in mind, he's never done a 5K before. This year, we're going to do that. That's the way we've set it out. Guess what? We're not going to do.
Run.
We're not going to be running no crazy marathon program.
Yeah.
We're going to be strength and conditioning.
hmm
Maybe we add in a couple more miles. But the most to do the 10 miler is going to get up to is like 4 or 5. And then the most to do the half marathon is going to be like 7.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we're going to collect these medals. We're going to stay healthy. We're going to get strong. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. And that's because we're coming from the approach of building strength. And, that's what we do in the gym every day when we come in, whether we're doing an isolated lift, whether we're moving things around during a workout. There's a lot of days that we do run, but we're throwing that in with, moving heavy weights, whether that's a barbell, a dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever it might be. And we're coming at it from a place of trying to build muscle and build strength rather than take things off of you. And I feel like when I hear and see people come in, they say, the only way I've ever been able to lose weight is doing cardio. I don't know, it's not enough cardio today. I'm going to have to go for a run. And I think people just don't understand the benefits that resistance training give your body in the long run, rather than that immediate, what I think is more so like a psychological reward is what people get whenever they want to be running themselves into the ground.
Yeah. And one of our next things is, I think some of it comes from fear, right? Like, I want to go and do this race. And so I've got to run this many miles just because naturally you've been told that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we know that that is not what gets you to the finish line of them races. And if anything, it just hampers your progress. Like I'm seeing our next goal is doing some high rock stuff because it's coming to Atlanta in April. And I'm watching people online just constantly on the treadmill and running and run. And it's like, you just need to be fit enough to do it. You don't have to be the greatest runner to do this thing. You have to be able to transition. So like you have to be able to go from a ski to run. You have to be able to go from a sled to burpee. You have to be able to go from burpee, and you have to transition all them with some running.
Yeah.
But how you train that is not that you run your knees into the ground before you get to that race.
Mm-hmm.
It's you condition yourself to be able to handle that time frame.
Yeah.
And you condition yourself to be able to handle the change in movements, and you get yourself strong enough that the sandbag and the wall ball and the sled don't slow you down.
Right. And that's exactly, to use an example that a lot of people in the gym just did with this DECA Atlas. I was, so many people, it's like begging them to believe that they could do it. But because there was not a single time that I programmed a workout or we had people run through all 10 movements consecutively. The first time they did it was at the event, but maybe they don't realize or know how to look at the workouts we're doing. Once a week, they did a workout where they were moving nonstop for 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That was the time domain. 2-3 times a week, they were doing workouts where they had to transition between 2 or 3 types of movements that were in the DECA Atlas workout. So it doesn't have to be, I need to run a 5K, so every day I'm going to run 3.2 miles or 3.1 or whatever it is. You train yourself in so many different ways to be able to get to that finish line.
Yeah. And it's so much more fun, right?
Yeah.
To train the other way, to come in and do so many different things and just get the thing with most of these things is most people, the marathon past our house, I think it was like mile 19 or 20,
Yeah, it looked pretty rough.
Yeah. And most people like were moving really slow or walking,
Mm-hmm.
And the thing for me is like, I've done 2 marathons and at no point have I walked because I was strong enough.
Mm-hmm.
My joints were strong enough to keep going through it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't running fast.
Yeah.
But my joints, and I had no injuries before and no injuries after. Right. And that's what we want to keep helping people understand is like, if you enjoy running, great. Once a week, maybe. Right. We have a run club on a Sunday. Come and do that. But if you want to get better at running, you got to get stronger. And you just got to get fitter. Just got to get in better condition.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. And it's more fun to train it 9 different ways this week than it is to just go and just pound the pavement. Now, if you enjoy it just for like getting outside and mentally escaping,
Mhm.
do that. But don't think that you have to beat yourself into the ground by running, hundreds of miles a week
Yeah.
when you really don't.
No, and we've had, Cash is reminding you that you've done 3 marathons. We've had,
Yeah.
I think, so many of our,
Cash ran a 1:45 half marathon.
Yeah.
And I think the furthest he ran was like a 5K or maybe like 6 miles with the
Right.
run club. So
yeah, there's so many examples in the gym of being able to, achieve these really awesome like times in these races, and without having to do that many runs. So whenever I see people, send me an email, hey, I've got a half marathon coming up. I want to put my membership on hold.
yeah,
It's
that's the opposite of what you should
It's
be
like,
doing.
oh, that doesn't make any sense, but
Mm-mm.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
just,
it's fine.
something people need to think about. If you're gonna have to have, for whatever you're gonna try to do, you have to have a foundation of strength and solid body composition with enough muscle to support your joints to keep you healthy and moving. And yeah, to stop weight training. Here's Josh Suber. First marathon yesterday, Publix marathon, and he's been coming to that 6:30 a.m. Oxfit class. Absolutely smashed it. So
How did he do?
Josh, how'd you do? Pop that time up,
Yeah.
or happy you finished? That's what I was always happy about.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not asking your time. Like the
Yeah.
time's irrelevant. I mean, like, how did it go? When did it get hard? Was
Right.
there a moment you wanted to quit? Like that's the fun stuff of the marathon for me.
Mhm.
Not what time you finish. Like the story of the marathon
Yeah.
is the fun part, right? And yeah, watching people at mile 19 and 20. And congratulations, Josh, because I don't know if I could finish that Publix half. Oh, I mean, I could do the half. I don't think I know if I could finish the full because I've only done Chicago and New York. And the
Mhm.
whole time the crowd was 3 people deep. And I used the crowd to get to the finish both times. So I don't know if I could do a marathon with the streets pretty empty. So I don't know if I could handle it. But I got this. So
He's happy.
yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, that goes into like Atlas, right? And the story of Atlas.
Yeah. Really quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Great time. Josh said it got hard around 21 miles, but guess what? You're almost done at that point, so who cares?
Kind of though, right?
I mean, I feel like it's just like a fever dream the last 5 or 6 miles. You just have to.
I remember mile 21. I remember saying I'll never do this again at mile 21. I
And then
remember that.
the next year you were doing.
No, New York, I said never again. I was like, hey, I like, when you ever, you're like, oh, this sucks. I don't want to. But in New York, I had a conversation with myself. It was like, hey, you, listen,
Yeah.
remember this now because you forget. You see people doing it, you're like, oh, that looks exciting. And I was like, no,
Yeah.
next time, remember, you've done 3. That's good.
Yeah, all you see is like, I've got all the pictures of me with that beer and my little poncho after the race, looking all happy.
Yeah.
It's not how I felt towards the end of that 26 miles.
So, yeah, the question is, what is he going to do next, right?
Yeah.
So he's done the marathon he did.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So now he needs to do some strength things, right?
Yeah.
Mix it up. Get your body feeling strong again because that beats the crap out of you. Probably take a couple of days off this week.
Yeah. Let's rest a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the flip side of that, we introduced Deca Atlas this past Friday night.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know the exact number, but we're one of a handful of gyms that hosted this event so far in 2025. It's Deca's newest.
We're the second gym in the world today.
Second gym in the world?
Yeah, because we did it on Friday. A couple of gyms did it on Saturday.
Yeah.
We were one of 4, but we were the second to do it.
Yeah, and it was great. It's still 10 stations. It all went down right here in the gym, but it was definitely strength-based. So new movements, heavier weights, And unlike, regular DECA, this wasn't necessarily something for just anyone, but for a lot of our members that have been coming to Oxford and following the programming and, moving their way up these levels, it was a great test of strength and fitness.
It was just an awesome strength challenge, right?
Mhm.
And those people that did it and like struggled with it, finished, got to the finish line and was like, that sucked. I never want to do it again. And I go, well, you kind of want to get better at that, right? And they go, yeah.
Yeah,
So probably want to do it again, yeah? Yeah, I'm gonna beat that
right.
bit. Yeah. So it was fun. But it's one of the things with deckers when you finish, like I remember finishing the deck as strong and being like, I don't know if I want to feel like that again. Like
Mhm.
that hurt, right? The burpees at the finish. And then with Decker Atlas, it's kind of the same. Is like, I think I can beat my time because you forget what you felt like when you were doing it, you know?
Yeah. I'm putting up
Okay, so the foundations are showing up. Okay,
the
that's cool.
yeah, so if anyone's watching that did it, they don't have the capability for me to divide people based on Atlas or Foundation, so they're going to handle that on the back end. But everyone's times are in.
Well, how did it know that person was foundations?
I have no idea.
So they must know. We can probably just enter all the scores then.
I did. I emailed the lady.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I talked to her this morning, and she told me just enter all the scores.
Oh, sweet. Oh, so
Um,
they're just doing it on the back end. That's awesome.
yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, this isn't our leaderboard. This is the global leaderboard. So all the scores from Friday night, I think it usually takes them about a week to get it all on the global leaderboard. But you can look at like kind of the range of times that we're working with.
Mm-hmm.
Top end 11, 12, 13 minutes, going down to the high 20s. And then we can take a look at the results from what we did at Oxfit on Friday. Here we go. Pretty similar, which is cool.
Yeah.
We had some fast people on that course.
How you feeling?
I want to do it again already.
Yeah.
Not soon. I want to, get some more training in and just have fun. And then, the next time we do it, we can do it again. Maybe do another little throwdown. But I had so much fun when we did it on Thursday, and then I loved watching everybody else do it, knowing how it felt.
Yeah. Why did I beat you? How did I catch you up? What happened?
You beat me.
From your perspective, what happened? That like you went ahead and I thought I was done.
Yeah. I think it was honestly, it was the rope. I could have had a bigger lead if I did better on the dumbbell shouldered overhead.
Which you should have,
I
right?
should have. And so
Yeah.
I let you catch up, and then we
Right.
stayed together, and then you left me on the ninth.
Yeah, I shouldn't have caught you on the dumbbells. You should have like you kind of chose to put them down, huh?
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yep. So there was a moment where I was like, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, 8. What was it? 8, 7 to 5 or something like that. You did. You said yeah.
And
I did 12 and 8.
Yep. And I should have done 2 sets. I knew I could have. I didn't. You just said
Yeah,
it so
right.
easy to set them down.
It's that. Yeah. And you know why? Because you go back there and you'll feel it and be like, oh, this is why I didn't do 2 sets. But you
Yeah,
still
I
should
think
have. Yeah.
that's one place where I needed to be okay with it hurting, and I kind of wimped out.
I think the thing that happens is you just don't realize how close you are to the finish there.
Yeah.
And if you did, then you would be like, do not put them down. Keep pushing. But the way you handled the farmer's carry was insane. So just want to let you know, like I thought I was done. I was like, oh, she's gone. So yeah.
It was
But
fun.
it made it an interesting race that I came back. So
Yeah.
maybe you probably just did it for the show, didn't you? You just did it for the show.
Yeah, I mean, had to give the people something to keep it interesting.
Yeah.
Had this awesome live stream with Caitlin and Lucas. They smashed me.
So, what is up, Oxfit?
Yeah, it was fun.
They killed that. So if you guys haven't watched this live throwdown, you should. Caitlin and Killshot are very entertaining. And our coverage is so good.
Yeah, it'll give you a good feel for it too, like
Yeah.
how it's set up, what the workout looks like, what it feels like,
Hmm.
how it can help you train it, and it really can. There's so many different movements in there. And like they talk about, it's fast forward a little bit so we can see some of the race.
Yeah.
It's one of them workouts where if you can get through it, you should be very proud of yourself. You're strong, like it's a full on test of your strength and your fitness combined. So,
Hmm.
and to finish in the 30-minute time cap, some people were pretty nervous, but everybody that did it
Everyone
finished in that. So
just out the gate unbroken.
I was saying we were gonna wait till later on in the year to do one again, but we probably will do one a little bit sooner. And what might be worth us doing is like having a whole weekend where we go Atlas Friday night, strong Saturday, maybe a strong teams on Sunday or something like that,
Yeah.
and like have a full deck a weekend or something. Or maybe like Saturday morning, individual, and then afternoon teams, or
Yeah, that's one we've never done any team anything yet.
Yeah.
So that would be something that'd be really fun.
I gotta get faster at them.
Yeah, they're kind of impossible, right? They just
Yeah, I just gotta get faster at them. But yeah, what a weekend! What an event! What a way to like end out February, right? Even though it was, close to March, it was just such a good way to end out. And then the pull and push challenge wrapped up.
amazing.
It was fun.
Yeah. Let me get our pull and push ended on Thursday, the 27th. And this was our final little photo with our big check. How much did we end up raising? Because I know we raised some more after this picture was taken, didn't we?
So far, we only know that we raised $250. I'm gonna have
Okay.
to figure out the rest, but as of right now, we've raised $250. Some people said they wanted to do something after, like Venmo and stuff, but it'd been up for a damn month. Like you
Yeah.
had a month to sign up for the challenge, so maybe we'll just add you to the next challenge.
Hmm.
And the next one will be in like May, and we're trying to work on that now. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was fun. I love the way we tested it each week.
Yes.
And yeah, there was some people from like out of. I meant to email one person because I thought it was Joe Price, but it was Joe Davis, and so who's someone from North Carolina that signed up, and I was like, oh, okay. Like I think I even put a T-shirt out for Joe, and I was like, Joe, your T-shirt. He's like, oh, that's not me. So yeah, it was funny because I just figured everybody was at the gym,
Yeah. I think it'd be cool to watch it grow and the way it's set up. We're always going to make it something that's super easy to do wherever you are.
Yeah.
Even if you had like a little home gym set up, like this was just strict pull-ups and push-ups. You just had to video yourself. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what we're going to do in May. I think
Yeah, do you have the final stand-ins on that?
Small issue with Competition Corner. I couldn't get it to log in or pull up.
Okay.
I feel like the internet's struggling a little bit, but
Yeah. Let me see if I can get it.
yeah, see if you can get it up.
All right. So the top score in RX Man was Ron with 87.
With the vest.
He with the vest.
Yep.
Without the vest was Greg Harris, 91.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then the Joe Davis was the next, but he didn't submit a video, but I trust he was being honest, 87.
Yeah.
Then Zach, 86, and Vish was 78. So that was the top three and the intermediate men. Oh, sorry. The top three in the RX men was Ron, and then it was coaches. So then the next one was Khalil
Mhm.
in second. So should be proud of your fiance with 68, and then David McMahon with 68. Oh, it was a tie, right? Did I
Nice.
say 68 for both? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were tied for second, and then Jamie was in third, but coaches can't win. So, and then in scaled men, we had one of our teens with 134 reps, which is insane. So Greg and his son both won,
That's fine.
which is wild. And then let's look at RX women. Whitney on her own. with
She's the only one?
66. Yep. The only one I'll show you in the division. One of one.
Dang. Your phone is busted.
Oh, this is just the gym phone. This is my phone.
Oh,
It's only me.
in the live way.
Yeah. Intermediate. Oh, okay. This was a competition right here. Did you
Oh,
see
yeah.
this one?
It was
All right. So I'm gonna start in third place, and it was a tie for third place with 69, Lauren and Lisa.
Lisa's upset.
In second place with 71, so 2 more reps, was JC. And then in first place with 72, 1 more rep, was Charlotte. So without coaches, the real leaderboard is JC in first, Lisa in second, and then Kristen Bertram was in third with 65.
Amazing.
And then you were in fourth with 56. So
Awesome.
and then in that division, that's it. But then we go to scaled. So the last one, this one was massive numbers of reps. But out of the 17 people that entered, only 10 of them actually entered their scores, I think. So
They just wanted that shirt.
they just wanted the shirt. So what shall I start? I'll start in fifth place. In fifth place with 100 reps. So with 100 reps, fifth was Tara Duncan. With 100 reps in fourth place was Haley, so they were tied for fourth. Andre with 101, so 1 rep more. Ayana Reddick with 109 was only second place. And then Ayana Cotman with 115 in first place. So
Gotta be
crazy.
close to 1 strict pull-up.
Crazy numbers. Yeah, anybody that's in the top 5, you can't go in that division and when we do
No.
it.
You got a strict pull-up in there somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun to see people like really pushing because they knew what they had to try and get,
Yeah.
by the end. So
And it's one of those where at some point you just can't do another push-up. And so it's so fun to watch people just hit that wall. But it was a great test, great challenge.
yeah. So yeah, so far the first 2 months of the year have been amazing. People doing the rowing competition, people doing Decker Atlas, people doing the push and pull challenge. We had, I think there was like 4 or 5 people did their first 5K. Some people beat their times by like 10 minutes. Just crazy stuff happening. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
And
fun.
only March 3rd, you said?
Only March 3rd. March is going to be a big one. Liftoff is coming up March 15th here, Oxford Grant Park, another in-house competition opportunity for people to come hang out, test their back squat, bench press, and deadlift in just a super fun, chill environment. Same people you work out with every day, same gym you come to every day, so you might as well sign up and come test yourself at the Liftoff. And
all things High Rocks kicking off.
Yeah, I think Run Club is going to transition to more of a High Rocks style.
Yep. And then at the end of the month, we're doing the Savage Race.
Yep. I just signed up. I think it's 25% off right now. So if you want to go sign up.
I think it's going to be a mostly women's event, it sounds like.
Oh,
you
really?
guys are all taking over. Lauren's going. She's bringing some moms. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Oh, it's a
And
blast. It's a
we
blast.
don't
I'm kind of jealous.
run the whole way. If you've never done a Savage race, there's lots of stopping to do the challenges together and laughing, goofing off, having fun. So
Everything Oxfit, dude.
everything Oxfit.
Yeah.
Oh, Caitlin says High Rocks just added a second date. Is that true?
They had a second day, a whole day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean we get to go or no?
They're opening up some more tickets. I think it might be mostly like team stuff.
Oh, cool.
But this is not a planning ahead. We're reviewing stuff here. So
Yeah. Sorry.
we'll put up all that information. This is about what we've done. This is about what we've achieved.
What we've done.
Yeah.
We've done a lot. We got a lot more coming up. So
Friday, Beefy, you could take care of that on Friday, you know?
she can.
Don't forget it's Caitlin's birthday month. Make sure you wish her a happy birthday every single day. If you don't, she will bring it up anyway. So keep that in mind. And I just want to close out. I went to see Cat Williams last night.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And he said, 2025 is your mother effing year. All right?
Hell
He
yeah.
said it in a high-pitched voice. I won't do the voice. But he said, 2025 is your mother effing year. All right? And I'll close you with something like very deep that he was talking about. He said, just like you guys think about fitness, you think you need to run all the time, right? I'm going to bring this back to what Kat said.
Mhm.
You might have to change one thing in your mindset. And that might be the one thing. And this is what the metaphor that he used. You know all the spices, right? You can name them all. He said, have you ever seen a paprika plant? Never seen one.
Yeah.
It's not in the wild. They don't grow anywhere. You use it every day. You've never seen a paprika plant. You know why? You see, because it's just crushed up old bell peppers. And all they had to do was rename it, right? So all you have to do to have the best year of your life is just rename some shit that you've got going on, right? So you don't need to do all that stupid running. You've tried that. It didn't work. Come and get strong. Do a Decker Atlas. Do a hybrid. Do a Savage race. Do a triathlon. It's going to rename it.
Hell yeah.
Just like paprika. And that is from Cat Williams himself.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, it's Monday. I'm motivated. We had an awesome week to review. Next week, going to be the same thing. Let's go crush it.